Okay, I think I would like to review some of the halachas and hagim which are important for the Hashannah. So let's we'll go along the Seder, but jump around to move to those halachas that are important. We all know now, starting the Hashannah to Yom Kippur Aseret Tshuva, we are going to start saying Hamelach HaKadosh and Hamelach HaMishpat. Why? Because Yamim Halalu HaKadosh Baruch Hu Marem Malchusay Lishbeit Es HaOlam. If one made a mistake and said Hakel HaKadosh, or one has a suffix, if one said a Melech HaKadosh, if you waited for the time it takes Shalom Alecha Rebbe, Taich Kedei Dibur, then, or you started already the next bracha, you have to go back to the beginning of all the three brachas, because the first three brachas are all considered one unit, one bracha. If you remembered right away, you corrected yourself, it's not an issue. Hamelech HaMishpat, many hold is the same halacha. Um, However, if you remembered after the time of Shalom Alecha Rebbe, you don't need to go back because you mentioned Malchus. You mentioned Melech Hayivstaka Mishpat, so the difference between Melech HaMishpat and Melech Hayivstaka Mishpat is not as great as between Hakel HaKadosh and Melech HaKadosh, because you're always mentioning Melech. However, there is an opinion of the Rambam that holds that you have to go back. Same thing, just like a Melech HaMishpat, you have to go, just like a Melech HaKadosh you forgot, a Melech HaMishpat you have to go back, and you go back to Hashiva Sheftenu, to the bracha, and even if you finish Menasrei, you have to go back again, according to this Shita. Because these days are Mishpat, you don't mention Tzedakah in these days. Kuf Tzadik Beis. Let's skip around. Now, so Lamaisa, what do we do when we have a machlekes and brachas? The din is safik brachas lahakel. So we don't go back to say the bracha again. And however, once you finish Man Esrei, you do have the option of what's called a Toiras Nadava. We know that we have a chayva to daven the 3 tefillos a day. It's something called an adava. The karbanas are connected. The tefillos are connected. Karbanas tiknum, tamid shel shachar, tamid shel ben abayim, and the ma'irav is connected the ivarim, which we're sitting on in this bayach a whole night. A person could always bring a carbon adava, just like in the day times of Beis Hamikdash. A person wants to bring an adava, he could bring a carbon to Hashem. So to you allowed to daven what's called a tefillas nadava. However, normally you daven a tefillas nadava, you have to mechadish in it something, something new in the tefillah. Otherwise, why are you davening again? So you should put something new in the tefillah. However, in this case, since you're davening, really there's a shita which holds that you have to redaven again. So when you're davening a tefillah again, because you forgot a Melech HaMishpat, you don't need to add anything to the davening. It could be make with that. Lamaisa, people Rishonim say that people don't really have kavana. When you daven a tefillah davar, you're supposed to have kavana, proper kavana. Because why are you davening again? You have kavana. So many times people do not go back when it comes to Hamelech HaMishpat. They missed. You rely on the shita that Melech HaYitzchak HaMishpat. You mentioned Malchus already. Kel HaKadosh is different. Melech HaKadosh, you missed the Melech HaKadosh. You have to go back to the beginning of Shemona Esrei.
But you forget to say the right word. It's trying to hear the
Saying 90 times a Melech HaKadosh is not going to help. Just not like by Mashavach Geshem, we say it works. You say it again, Mashavach Geshem. However, Over here it doesn't work because in davening you say Baruch Atah Hashem HaMelech HaKadosh, and you can't say Hashem's name when you're practicing. When you're going to go back and say Baruch Atah Hashem, you're going to do Shiga Delishna, what you normally are used to. Go back to saying it. So you can't rely on it.
If you're done with the phone, that's good.
Or something pops up.
Yeah, pop up. Come on.
The siddur knows, the siddur on the phone knows. It has a calendar built into it. Interesting.
And the Melech is
Who created this app?
yeah, the very awesome.
Interesting.
The Shem.
No, the one the Kahas even it doesn't have.
It's a Kahas app.
The Kahas is an app where it even has what you call.
I don't know if you need
In the summer they don't even.
Those are time, yeah.
In the summer they don't even listen unless you're working or you got saying or saying how much.
Uh-huh.
Straight like.
Yeah, smart. Now, the other things we say, the other four things we add in. Sofreinu, Soiv, and the other things we add in are not from the Gemara, from the Geonim. Since it's from the Geonim's times, if you forgot to say it, you don't go back. And you're not allowed to go back. It's also to go back. We don't start off saying L'chaim Tovim, Ayzachreinu L'chaim, Malach Chavtz B'chaim. And when we come to Ksoi, we say Ksoi L'chaim Tovim. Because someone's Mavakish, Tchila Davar Muat, you add something small, then you add something big. First Chaim, Chaim Tovim. We don't say Hashannah Yom Kippur Me'adam L'Simcha Zmanim Mechagim Zmanim L'Sasim because it's not days of Sasim and Simcha. We don't say Vasina was Birkus Me'adecha. It's not Birkus Me'adecha. It's not only that's only by Shalosh Regalim. It says Shalosh Pam Hashannah Kebirkus Hashem Alekecha. Doesn't say that Nusach Kebirkus Hashem Alekecha by Hashannah Yom Kippur. We don't say.
Hashannah, you said the Kippur.
Yeah.
Not a Chag. Pesach is a Chag. Sukkot is a Chag. Hashannah is not a Chag.
Right, but it's Yom Tov. Still has all these surim like
not Chag Sameach.
Right. I don't know what they do in Israel. What do they say? I don't know.
People don't think what it's.
What do they say in Israel?
It's not hard.
What do they say in Israel? Shana Tova, maybe? I don't know. What do they say? Also, we don't say Musa ve'ein nichem lalis l'liris panecha l'fanecha ve'ein nichem lasis you only say in nichem lasis chaveseinu. Because there's no mitzvah re'iyah, lalis, lerois, is only about the shalosh regalim. Shana Kippur is no chiyuv lalis reg. We say 4 times the bechein. We don't say v'asadik, we say bechein. And bechein, it's be'inyan api Kabbalah. And it's connected to 4 becheins, it's connected to the Yud Kei Vav Kei. 4 becheins. Now in Shulchan Aruch it says that all the Kadeshim Hashannah Yom Kippur should say La'ela La'ela. You have a lot in the Welt that do like that.
From Rosh Hashannah.
From Rosh Hashannah, L'maisa Chabad only by Ne'ilah. And in Rosh Hashannah we say L'shana Tova to Kosev. We'll say Chasen, but we don't say it after Chatzos on the 2nd day of Rosh Hashannah because the Ksiv of Rosh Hashannah is Shingani.
I'm a chazan by not about Shani unless you said Leila. Because it's Minagamokum.
Yeah, I understand that. You know, all these things Minagamokum, they're going to get upset and they're not going to be happy changing the Nusach. Like when they come here, you want them to daven what they daven here, you know?
No.
Layla, anyways, it's not like the cover.
And both not go and then slave seal. You had found going to go to the gun tomorrow. Nothing but something.
So when he damns the Ahmed, he's a chiyuv?
No, they were.
Oh.
I mean, they think.
Some people are quiet and they don't say it, and then you.
You say he's stuck at issue.
Right. You have to remember that the oilam goes a little bit too overboard with the davening for the Amid. You can't do everything, so you don't. It's not. People are fighting for the Amid,
When
and
I'm
people
traveling
are.
by in the morning by daven,
Mhm.
quiet 18 I say lakos. I
Yeah,
said louder, I read Bruh.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking inside because otherwise
Yeah,
I
but
make a
some
mistake.
places they
Over
not
Hamosh
care.
Makoleno.
yeah,
Some places they're not going to care. Like every Halberstam,
yeah,
every Halberstam, they're really not going to care if you do where you'll be situation.
yeah. A lot of places it bothers them, and there's no need to make mistakes. You know. Now the okay, there are various simanim that we eat after Kiddush, after Hamoitzi. After Hamoitzi, we have the apple and the rimain, and other people have other simanim. We also have the reish dog, and people have tzimis on the table. And these are various simanim that we should have a Shana Teva Masukah. We make a bracha on it, even though we're eating it during the meal. Simming during the meal, you already made hamaitzi. The reason this is not for the meal, you don't eat these things to fill you up. Fruits is like a dessert, it's like a side thing. Which is not tuffle to the hamaitzi, tuffle to the soda. It's something separate. So that's why you make a bracha on the P8s. But again, the fish, it's already different. Fish itself is, you don't make a shahak on it because fish is something which you eat during a meal. It's a instead of a regular piece of fish, you're eating a head of a fish. But fish is something that you have by the meal. Fruit, to have this fruit is no one has an apple by the meal. So apple is not something which gives you severe to satiate you. It's not part of the sitting. And we say yiratzin on it, and the Shulchan Aruch brings various yiratzins to say, and each sim in a different yiratzin. We only have a minute to only say yiratzin by the apple. And we say the yiratzin before we eat. It's not a hefsek. The Rebbe had a long letter to explain why it's not a hefsek. We also don't make a bracha on the dvash, because the dvash is tuffle. Yeah. You don't make like a bracha on the ketchup separately, and the mustard. Tuffle, secondary to the, you make a bracha always on the ikr, and you pat to the tuffle. So Adam, you were saying?
Mamash a head of a mouth.
Not a big piece,
a head.
You see the whole head with the fur?
After the shkita, they wash it good, salted. They don't eat it, but they put it on the plate.
They don't eat it?
Make me no shit.
What? But they take off the skin. Right?
Yeah. But you see, mamash the whole head.
Interesting.
Because zechel ayat shlitzvah.
Because I have a brother-in-law, he does it, but he doesn't do. It was like this. It was like a thin bone. It wasn't a thick.
The whole head. I'm talking about the whole.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like a lamb. It wasn't. No, it wasn't like a whole.
I'm talking about the whole head. Like a head. Have the fish. You see the whole head of the
You
fish.
see the eyes and everything.
Everything.
Oh wow. Oh my. No. It's you just see the bone, only just the bone, with like maybe some meat on it, and the eye wasn't there. It's the whole. The eye was and just a flat piece.
And don't eat it.
And he puts a lot. No, they eat it. He makes a special sauce on it, cooks it specially. Doesn't taste the greatest, but that smells a little. But yeah, they say by the Rebbeim had it. The Rebbe by the Sudas had it.
I had
yeah, the Rebbeim had Reish Ayil. I think it says in the Menhagim that that's what you're supposed to have, but the Ilum has a Reish Dog.
Right.
How it looked, I don't know. I have to find out how they did it.
And they ate from that, or just to have it?
By the way, the Inyan of the dog, of the Ayil, there's really, in Shulchan Aruch doesn't say to eat Reish Dog. Shulchan Aruch says, Yesh lecha Reish Ayil Zacher Zeicher le'ele sheyitzchak.
Right.
It's an Ayil.
About fish.
Ein Reish Ayil, Yoichel Reish Keves. Ein Reish Keves, Yoichel Reish Acher. Doesn't say what. Why? So, meaning there's two nakudas here. There's the ayil zeicher to the akeda, and the reish nireish l'zana. If you don't have the ayil or the keves zeicher to the ayil of the carbon yitzchak, at least have the zeicha of Rosh dog. So that's what we do the Rosh dog.
That's the
The Mate Ephraim already brings that they would have a Rosh dog. Rosh dog. In Sefer Menhagim Chabad, it says Oichel Rimen v'Rosh Ayel. So you have a Rosh Ayel?
Should buy one. They have it at pomegranate.
Yeah. How does it look?
$20.
$20. That's
I buy it
it.
just to put on the table,
Yeah.
just for the Indian.
What is it? It's a small.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a baby, whatever.
It's a baby. It's just
Yeah.
a little head like this with a little. What? It's like round.
Just there. It's not there.
It's not much. It's small.
I don't
I'll
think
buy
it's
the
meat
same
on it.
Something to Svardim. You said have the whole.
For $20, I'll buy it.
Yeah, very cheap.
That's right. Just to put on the table.
But you have to figure out how to dress it, how to cook it.
No, it's ready made.
Oh, it's all prepared already.
Yeah.
Oh, you buy it. They spiced it up already.
We just know it. You have to have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it wasn't so common, but now you get everything.
Maybe the ladies don't like it. That's it.
The ladies don't like the race dog either. You know.
Doesn't bother them as much.
Well, the women would do the cashering. They would take care of everything. You know, today's women, it's all.
I don't know if they know what they need to cash on these things.
My sister-in-law learned how to cash her chicken. She never ate chicken since.
No. Next year for some.
Kidding me.
Yeah, she says it's grossed out. She couldn't eat chicken.
Unbelievable. Mamish Adayim, she can't touch chicken.
Chicken.
No, never, no.
Meat, yeah, but not chicken. That's all.
And she never went to a slaughter to see how the shechet.
She cleaned the chicken. We gave
No,
it to
but she never went to a place where they shechet the behemoths.
No, I guess not.
I went over there, and after that, I stopped eating.
Oh,
Maybe nauseous.
You don't eat meat anymore?
Big grain. Like
yeah. What's that?
they made the cow like
Blood,
5 minutes after it. There's nothing left of it.
Yeah.
The hook, for the skin. Oh,
Since then, you don't eat meat?
it took me a long time.
Boy, I better not have to go to the
But
shlachters.
Belsky's the chef, whatever. I used to get hungry. Gave me an appetite.
You watched him, chef?
Whatever. When he used to dissect the animal. To get hungry for it.
I just watched a video of him once, like an hour and a half dissecting the.
Did a lot of time.
When we had like Boma over here, with the Bochum morning over there, we bought sheep. I remember we bought 5 of them.
Yeah.
We bought a shechet and like Boma, and Menakia, everything. And then we ate it for barbecue for like Boma. It was so good.
We also have a minute to dip the hamoitzi into the dvash, and we also have a minute to eat basa shaman. V'lish the sham dvash. One minute masika should be a shan teva masuka shmeina. Like in Ezra, Sefer Ezra, it says ichol mashmanim sumam takim. I heard Chiddush. I was giving a shir the other day, and someone said that he's discussing brachas. When you make a bracha on foods brought during the Suda or not, he said by his father-in-law, he was a Chashavid. He said anyways that he had a lot of candies and nash on the table because he had madanim covered the Einig Shabbos should be all these different madanim. Some people are medactic not to eat egoism and luzim, nuts, because they make saliva and mevatim with tefillah. Actually, the Ramah brings another idea that chet, egois begematria chet. Egois begematria chet. Famous what I think the Beis Yisrael, the Ger Rebbe said, people are so careful not to have egoism on Rosh Hashannah. Why should be so careful not to have the actual chet on Rosh Hashannah? The gematria of chet you don't want to have, so don't forget the actual chet to stay away from.
Very Hirschman, so we have to have the time that if people are really careful of what went out of their mouth.
By the chet is gematria. Chet is spelled chesed aleph. It's really 18. Egois is 17. Gimel zayin, but we don't count the aleph at any chet because we don't pronounce the aleph. This gematria, since chet, the aleph is silent, so therefore we just count the ches tes, which is 17. Egois is gimel zayin is 10. Aleph and aleph and vav is 17.
What mentioned about saliva of the
No, that Pashit, the guys in Luzim create more saliva, and during Tefillah, you don't want Rosh Hashanah, you shouldn't have to be able to daven, you shouldn't have to be able to spitting out the whole time.
They used to do that in Europe.
What would they do?
They used to have a stool on the table, like you could sit.
Uh-huh. A little like what? A plate?
Yeah, on the table. But here in America,
Took it out. It's making nauseous.
yeah,
Now, then we have the minig, we go to the Nar, has live fish, for two reasons, Simin Shalitish Labani Ayin Hara, and Nifra V'Nirba Hidagim. We say the various psukim over there, and it's better it should be outside the city. It's not really shaykh to us. So, we go on the first day of Hashannah after Mincha before Shkiyas HaChamah. Some have a minig, they go during a Saris Tshuva. If you can't make it in Rosh Hashanah, you definitely go on a Saris in Rosh Hashanah, you go on a Saris Tshuva. We try not to sleep on Rosh Hashanah, that the mazel shouldn't sleep. But Hayoshivu Batal also Harizaki Yashin. Some, however, have the minig of Pi Kabbalah, the Arizal, Yidafka sleep after Chatzos. So if you're in a Kubal, Yidafka
And not the first day, second day.
doesn't say.
First day, nobody sleep.
We have a minig that we say Tehillim. We try to say as much Tehillim as we could in Rosh Hashanah. Person has a din, a Yom Hadin. Since a Yom Hadin, it's like Tehillim the whole time as much as you could. In between the meals, say Tehillim.
So Chabad minhag is not to talk at all at Rosh Hashanah. But Yom Tov,
The night.
not to talk.
The
Not
night.
to talk.
The first night of Rosh Hashanah.
Not to talk.
People are very careful not to say any Dvarim B'Teilim.
Right.
You have a family, you have to talk, and you have to take care of the
No, by the
family.
table you talk to the
But
kid
yeah,
and
the
this, but
Rebbeim
try
didn't
not
really talk.
You're very
Didn't talk to return.
to hear him.
They answered. The Rebbe answered if he was asked. Yeah, if he was asked a question, he answered. But the Chatchila didn't talk. The first night was considered very serious. The first night. The Chassim didn't say L'chaim on Rosh Hashanah. The ending the Rebbe made. The Rebbe instituted Fabring in Rosh Hashanah. The ending of Rosh Hashanah, like Uli Yom time to wash and Fabring said
Yeah, that's a hard,
say
yeah.
L'chaim, but Emola wasn't such a thing. The Rebbe was mechadish that idea that you should have a Fabring in Rosh Hashanah. The Rebbe would say a Maimer. There are many Rosh Hashanah Maimarim.
Like by day.
I will give,
Yeah, the
Dog,
second day.
Kosher Brocha.
Second day before the ending of the day. The Hilos Sachag, the ending.
I will give Kosher Brocha,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Rosh Hashanah. Yeah.
Very serious.
We don't say Hal Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. Hashanah Yom Kippur is a Zman. Mesifre HaMeisim, Mesifre Chaim, Psuchim Lefanav. It's not a time of Shira. In Tehillim, when you're saying Tehillim and a punct comes that you're saying the capital of Hal, it's okay. Because you're not saying it derech Shira. It depends how you're saying it. You're saying it derech Shira is a problem. Derech Tchino Bakasha, the difference. Agav, this year, we have to make an 8 of Tafshilim.
That's right.
So the cook get ready to challenge the soup on to prepare food on the second day Yom Tov for. We have to make sure, important to remember, the 8 of Tafshilim only helps when the food is cooked. Food has to first be cooked. Because Minat Torah, if someone's food is ready to eat, you're allowed to cook food on Rosh Hashanah for Shabbos, even though it's Hashannah. Because it could be you'll have some orchim, you could serve it to them on even Rosh Hashanah, so it's a tzorich of the yom. With the Rabbanan, you need to also have an Erev Tavshil. We have to make sure that you cover yourself, that you can't just put up the soup and the challah right before Shabbos. Say, I made an Erev Tavshil, I could put it up right before Shkia. No. You have to put it up earlier in the day. She ready, l'chatchila, to be completely ready. For the Eved, she should be Meichel the Soy, partially ready. The food should, whatever food that needs to be cooked, that food should be ready to eat. And if you made it ready out of Yom Tov, and that covers you for everything. Make sure to light early. light
Friday.
Friday, to light earlier before Shkia. But you have to prepare everything you need. You're going to have to cook a cholent and a soup. To think ahead of time where you're going to cook the cholent and the soup, where you're going to keep your hot food, and work it out that you have the proper place.
With the blood.
That all year round, that would have to be cooked before Shabbos. You can't just put it in before Shia and let.
Correct. There are many dinim around. Over here, we want it fully cooked, really.
Oh, really?
We want it fully cooked.
Shops to say fully cooked.
We should try to have it fully cooked. We have it. If you didn't, there's other shit to rely upon.
So
Maichel the soy.
Also the chunk
What?
before Shabbos.
No. On this Shabbos.
Right.
On a regular
The
Shabbos,
block.
you have a blech, or if you don't have a blech,
You know,
Maichel and the soy. This Shabbos, you have to have it fully ready. Roy lachila. Shalom is not really properly ready till the next morning, but there should be Roy lechel, because the svara is that if you have orchim that day, so the shaila is, do you go by orchim that are bended soy? Or the whole idea of Maichel soy is that we consider for certain people foods
sushi.
are right to eat partially cooked. L'maisa, it's better to have it fully cooked before the night. But if not, you have to rely upon if it's Maichel the soy. It's halfway cooked. So it's not going to help like a regular Erev Shabbos. It helps to put on a blech. If I don't have time, it's not, put up a blech, it's not a problem. Over here, it's not, the blech's not going to help you. You need to be ready for Orchim, Boy B'yoim, as long as there's a possibility that someone could eat from it today. You could serve it to someone. That's the heter that allows you to cook on Yom, because you have the possibility that's for Boy B'yoim. So it's not Hashannah. Now,
People do put a snap on audition. We're trying that.
if you need it, it's the same din. Same din. That's not really common. Like if someone ate already the morning meal.
When we eat by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
But then when are you going to have a minyan? Peres Mappa means that when are you going to do your minyan?
It's gonna be earlier this year because it's in Shabbos. So we're not going to go till 3, 4 o'clock. Shabbos is at 6:30, 6:20.
The truth is the same thing, Batson, because you could go straight in that meal and make it into the second meal, into your Shabbos meal. But yeah, I think you have to light candles like anytime you pay the Mappa Mekadosh, but I don't see like.
People don't do it alone. Yes.
It's not
I don't know if
people
you-
don't really do it. It's people really do it is more like Purim Shechali's Be'er Shabbos. Like people do it when it's like a certain convenience for it.
When do we
Usually,
used to make it for bringing in a Rosh Hashannah? So Rosh Shabbos?
yeah.
We particularly Mendel,
I think earlier on he would do two things. He would have to do something. Maybe the mimer he would do it
The
first.
Ma'amar will do it the first day. And
The second, yeah, and then he would have something else later. Now we take out two Sefer Torah. The first one we read 5 Aliyahs. We read Hashem Pakad Esara. Why? Because Rosh Hashannah was when Sarah was remembered. And we also read the Haftarah of
I know.
Hannah. And we read the Haftarah of Hannah. The second parsha, except we read Parshas Pinchas, like we always read the Karbanis of that day. And then we read about Hannah, because also Hannah was remembered on Rosh Hashanah. Hannah was also remembered on Rosh Hashanah. When we have a bris milah on Rosh Hashanah, the bris is done. You don't wait till the ending of the whole davening, because it's a long davening. Zizim akdim mitzvah, so you're going to miss out. So therefore, we do it right after Kriyas HaTorah, before Tkiyah Shofar. And why dafka before Tkiyah Shofar? Because Tkiyah Shofar Hashem remembers Akedas Yitzchak. And it's good to put the Mila, which is from a bris from Avraham Avinu, right next to the Akedah Yitzchak. You have the Zeicher both together. That's only when you do it in the shul. The brisim are done in shul. Brisim are done at home. How are you going to have everyone leave shul in the middle? So then you'll wait till later after davening to do it. There is by the minig brought in Sfarim, and some Mailim do it, that are Bali Tekeya, that you leave the blood of the Milah and you blow the shofar with it. You can't obviously have it go in your mouth, but outside, and they blow the shofar. That's mamash a schus, that they should have the dam Milah and the Akedah, such a zeicher. I was one time a mile. He told me he did it. You know, it was.
I was by a bris.
You have to be a mile who's a Baltekeya also.
Right. I was
Baltekeya, and he has a bris punct like that.
So I
So,
was by a bris on Rosh Hashannah, and the one that he did.
but it's usually I don't know how usual it is because maybe a lot of times you want to do it after people want to come to the bris. I'm saying it's talking about a bris that happens during the davening where the mile leaves shul and makes a bris.
No, the bris was in the shul.
Oh, right. You could bring the baby to the shul.
The baby came to the shul. They made a bris.
They go home, and I guess they make the suda afterwards. And everyone. I'm saying, and then they have the suda later. Suda's later. Okay. Make kiddush. You have to make kiddush. The person whoever made the kriya sabrachis drinks wine. That's his kiddush. Abayir Pergam is a kiddush. By the way, whenever you have a bris on Shabbos, Yom Tiv, and the person makes the bracha, says Ber Pergaf, and drinks it, that's his kiddush and a kiddush for everyone there. Whoever wants to be Yaitza Kiddush, because the daytime kiddush is just a Ber Pergaf. We do say some psukim before, in this case, but that's not the ikr. This case, this is what's the kiddush. So you don't say any psukim. The psukim you're saying is the brachas amila. The bracha on the bris. Chayk b'sheri sam. Chasam bis kodesh, starzes. So this, and then he says that is the kiddush. And in one-on-ones, then here's the bris can go right away eat. He has to also make sure he eats some zaynis because kiddush makom suda, even if no one's eating. But the only way he's able to drink because it's kiddush and he has to kiddush makom suda. So even Rosh Hashannah, let's say in Chabad and by Chassidim, a lot of not all Chassidim, but they're knowing not to eat before Tkiyah Shofar, make kiddush, but this moil has to eat something because he just made kiddush, or not the moil. Whoever made the whoever made the Kiyas Hashem should eat something, or if they made it, yeah, someone else could maybe. That's a good question. If you could do that, maybe. There are some kihlas over here. I know that they make a break before tkiyas and they have a kiddush. Really, that's based on it was in Nevardik in certain Musa yeshivas. They dafke wanted to eat because it's a long Musa. The Musa is the Iker Tefillah, and they dafke want it's a long davening. You should have to concentrate. It's in the middle. But now already people already a little bit abuse it. It becomes lavish kiddushim, a nice big break, big buffet for the man al derech. In Chabad, eat mezainis before davening every day. It doesn't mean you should have a lavish breakfast before davening. You should have a little, just mezainis, like over here, you know. Okay, here, well, I'm not the Rabbi.
Here we only have a sequel.
Is there going to be a minyan, Rabbi say? You don't have a minyan?
Not here. Across the street.
Yeah. So you have Tekiyas Mu'umid. Rabbi said we hear Tekiyas Miyushiv and Mu'umid. The Tekiyas right after Tekiyas HaTorah. It's called Miyushiv. You know why it's called Miyushiv? Because Minadin, everyone's allowed to sit. Only the Baal Tekeya has a chiyuv to stand. However, Lamaisa, we stand. Tzad Kavod of the Mitzvah, we all stand.
What it's called?
Those first 30 sounds. But they're called Tekiyas Miyushiv because the Ikar then you could sit. The second set of Tekiyas that are on Musaf Shemon Esrei are called Mu'umid. Because because some stand by Chazaras Hashatz. So it's man of standing, so it's called Tkiyas Mu'umid. a lot of the Welt only blows on Chazaras Hashatz. Ashkenaz blows on Chazaras Hashatz. See them blow also Api Kabbalah also in the Shtila Shemana Esrei. So 30 before, 30 in the Lachash, and 30 in the Umid, in the Chazaras Hashat is 90, and 10 more during Kaddish, before the Skabel. Another 10 altogether 100. There's a special Inyan in Svarim, it says about the Inyan of 100 Koilis. It's also the Gematria Schach, and it says the Tkiyas and the Ananak Toidis and the Schach are all connected one to another. And there's another minig which brings that after all these things, at the ending of davening, people blow another 30. This 30 is just in case you might have forgotten, not heard properly, another 30. So if you're really in shul the whole time, you could be hearing 130 tkiyas. But those 30 tkiyas are not mikadin. You could talk before then. The bracha is not going on those tkiyas. The bracha is only going on the tkiyas miyushiv and ma'umad. Miyushiv and ma'umad. Miyushiv is what you write in the Torah. Ma'umad is midrabanan. So therefore, you have the women. They come to shul, or the children shigil l'chinuch, and they hear the 30 tkiyah, the third main koilos, and then they leave. That's the ikar tkiyas. Says in Svarim, there's a lot of inyanim b'negei what's tkiyah shofar. The Rambam writes that tkiyah shofar is a gzeiras hakosuf, or remez yesh boi, that it's to awaken you to tshuva. Sound of the shofar uri yishenim yishinatzchem. Doesn't seem like a minyan.
Good gebench.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. The Asad, Rabbeinu Sadia Goin writes a number of reasons. One of the things he brings is that the shofars is like the chatzoitzes that they blew in the king coronation of a king. Atzaras HaMelech blew the shofars, and Chabad Chassidus talks at length about that, about the idea of the shofar being making Hashem a melech, a king. That Hashem wants that we should accept upon Himself as Malchus at this time of the year in Rosh Hashannah. It's not just a time for tshuva; it's something deeper that we give ourselves over to Hashem. We accept Hashem upon ourselves as a melech on Rosh Hashannah. So wish everyone a ksiva v'chasiva toiva, Shana toiva masuka, regashmius, ruchnius.
Yes, sir.
And we should already see Mashiach before in Tafshin Pei Dalet.
Halavai.
Amen.
Tichle, Shana, Choliseha. The year, all its curses should be finished. And Tachol Shana Berchasesh, a new year with all the brachas. Brachas for everyone in here in Eretz Yisrael. Only good things.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh,
See you next year.
Hey, we see the flag there. Wow.
Yes.
You might be scaring away some people that are voting differently, David.
Nah, that chick says no good. That chick says no good.
No, we're good, Reverend.
That's their privilege.
Good to see everyone.
True. You too.
Good to see everyone. We'll hope to see everyone. We'll be in shul here, Rosh Hashannah.
To see you in person soon, yes.
Shal tov, sei gesund.
See you in Tafshin Pei.
Yeah.
I have a Shiloh for you.
I think it's all.
Slight Shiloh.
He's not on anymore.